welcome back. Now, of course, I have a Bible story that I want to share with you today, but first, I love learning new things, and lately I've gotten into studying other languages. So I want to share a little bit of what I've learned so far with you, and I want you to see if you can understand what I'm saying. So, here we go. Merci. Grazie. Arigato gozaimashita. Shun. Do you know what I just said? Now, I'll tell you what it all means a little bit later, but now let's get to that Bible story. You can find it in the book of Luke, chapter 17, verses 11 through 19. One day, Jesus and his disciples were traveling along when they came across a small village. They were greeted by a group of 10 men. The men kept their distance from Jesus and his disciples. See, the men were lepers. They had a terrible skin disease called leprosy. The disease was very contagious, so if you happened to catch it, you had to leave your home, your family, and your friends and move to a special village just for lepers. It was the law. If someone happened to come to the village for a visit, the lepers could not approach them. Instead, they had to distance themselves, kind of like the social distancing we've all done during the pandemic, but much worse. So, when the 10 lepers spotted Jesus, they stayed back, but they yelled out, "Jesus! Master, have pity on us!" See, they'd heard of Jesus, so they knew that he had the power to heal them of this awful disease. Jesus told them, "Go show yourselves to the priests." Because back then, it was also the law that if you were a leper who had been healed, you had to find a priest. The priest would look at you and decide whether or not you still had the disease. If the priest said that you were healed, you could move back home, and everyone would be allowed to talk to you and be around you again. As the lepers made their way to the priest, they noticed that their skin started to clear up. They were healed. They were so happy and excited that they all ran off, praising God. Suddenly, one of them broke away from the group, turned around, and came back to Jesus. He threw himself at Jesus' feet and said, "Thank you." Jesus noticed that although he healed 10 men, only one of them had come back to say thank you. He told the man, "Get up and go. Your faith has made you well." So, remember the words that I said before? I'll say them again. Merci. Grazie. Arigato gozaimashita. Shun. All of those words mean thank you in 4 different languages. That's French, Italian, Japanese, and Yoruba. Thank you. It's such a simple phrase, but it means so much. When Jesus came across that village of lepers, he didn't have to stop and he didn't have to heal them. He and his disciples could have totally ignored the 10 lepers and kept right on traveling. But that's not who Jesus is. He showed not just power, but also kindness when he stopped after hearing the lepers cry out. So Jesus must have been at least a little disappointed that they didn't remember to say thank you. I'm sure most of us have been like the 9 runaways. Somebody does something nice for us, but we forget to say thank you. Maybe we're excited or just plain busy. It happens, but it shouldn't. Instead, we should all try to be more like the one man who came back with an attitude of gratitude. So this week, as you prepare to celebrate Thanksgiving, enjoy spending time with your family. Enjoy eating all of that delicious mac and cheese and fried turkey and sweet potato pie, and enjoy your time off from school. Enjoy all of your blessings, but don't forget to say thank you. I'll see you next week.